welcome back. Or if you are new, welcome. For today's video, I'm going to be attempting the new trend of makeup, latte makeup. I know, when I heard it, I was like, what are we doing now? It doesn't seem too different from everything else that we do, but I'm gonna try it nonetheless. It's just a very, very, very bronzy look. Like very smoky, bronzy eyes, bronzy skin, and a glossy lip. So needless to say, I'm down to try. You know, I'm excited. If you haven't already, hit subscribe down below or my little face in the corner, and we'll just get straight into it, shall we? Okay, first up, hydrate, because we have been lacking in this area, so. Now, moving on to the makeup. We're going to mix two things together. One, we want to look flawless, so we're going to use the e.l.f. Poreless Putty Primer. We're going to mix in some of these L'Oreal bronzing drops just to get the ball rolling. Okay, so we're running very low, but I'm just going to scrape a little bit out. It's so gross, doesn't it? I'm going to scrape some out. I'm going to pop it on my face. Already moisturised and all that jazz, so we're getting somewhere. We're just going to... I don't know why I'm already blending actually, because we haven't added the drops yet. I'm just gonna put that much on and then blend it all with a brush. Now we're just gonna add the smallest amount of tinted moisturiser. Are you slipping down again? Like you're blue tacked on, bruh. As I was saying, we're gonna use the smallest amount of tinted moisturiser. It's the Laura Mercier tinted moisturiser in the shade 2W1 Natural. Just going to use the smallest little droplet. It's not quite, doesn't actually look small, but. Now we're going to move on to some cream bronzer. So this is the Soleil de Tan Chanel. Get a little bit on this little brush and we're going to really bronze up the face. Getting the cheekbones, obviously, as usual, and also the forehead. Get the chin, down the nose. Now we're just going to add some concealer. This is the e.l.f. Hydrating Camo Concealer in the shade Fair Warm. Just going to a little bit in the under eye area. Those seagulls are really loud today. Just going to lightly go over the T-zone. Now I'm just going to set my under eyes in like the T-zone area with the RC Mino Colour Powder. Not going to use a lot, it's just going to be like the smallest amount, just to make sure it doesn't go anywhere. Oh my god, my cat is raising havoc downstairs. There's no blush in this look, but we are going to add just some bronze. I'm going to use some powder bronzer because it's going to go in the T-zone. Yeah, I don't want to add too much cream to this area because it's very oily. So I'm just going to take a little bit of this Too Faced Chocolate Soleil one. I'm going to add this where I would typically put blush and like kind of sweep it over this area. Then I'm going to go into this Dior highlighting palette. I'm just going to take the bronzy one. Well, not bronzy, the goldy one. The bronzy one would be that one, and I don't think I can get away with that on my cheekbones. So I'm going to use the goldy one and add it here and above the brows. Okay, before we highlight the nose, we're going to do a little bit of contour. So I'm going to take my contour shade, which is an eyeshadow. These seagulls are going nuts today. It's raining outside. Why are the seagulls about? I'm also nowhere near the sea. Not that I know of, anyway. Am I near the sea? No. I'm going to just lift the underneath of the nose. I'm going to do a little line across the top. Then I'm going to take this brush and I'm going to go down the edges. Okay, I saw this like little trick thing that Jordan Lipscomb does when she contours her nose. She gets like a little creamy like coloured shade and she like pops it underneath here and like taps it out a little bit, and it kind of shortens your nose a little bit when you're trying to like lift it, which I thought was pretty cool. Now we're going to go back to the highlighter. First of all, going to go in with this brush into the golden one again. We're going to do like a little sweep on the end and up here. Also take it onto the brow bone and upper lip. Why not? And then I'm going to take this one into the white. I'm going to do that just as like a little tiny dot on the end. And then take the golden one on the same brush into the inner corner. Now for the eyebrows, I'm just going to brush them up first of all. And we're actually going to use some of this Got To Be Glued brow gel. I'm going to scrape off the majority We don't need a lot. And then we're just gonna brush the brows upwards. I should have redone this before I did my base, but I forgot. Really gonna make sure the brows are like all sticking up. And I'm gonna use the spoolie from the eyebrow pencil, go over the top and just calm it down a little bit. Okay, whilst we're waiting for the brows to dry before we fill them in, I'm gonna move on to the eyes. I'm gonna go into this Morphe Jaclyn Hill Ring the Alarm palette. I'm gonna go into the colour Secret, which is like a dark brown. Only take like a little bit of it, and we're gonna just add this to the crease. Take a little bit more. Gonna kind of blend this up through the front of the brow to add to the smokiness, and then kind of blow it out back here. I'm gonna take more of like a smaller fluffy brush into the same colour, and we're gonna do the lower lash line. It's a very smoky lower lash line, so we're gonna take it quite far down. Usually I'd put it quite close to the lash line, but today we are not. Gonna connect it up to the bit out here so it all flows nicely together. Now we're gonna go into this Dior palette, and we're gonna take this colour here. I'm gonna add this all over the lid. Then we're going to go into this one up here and add it to the outer part. Now I'm going to take this is actually a brow pencil, my other brow pencil from Primark. This is it's just a brow pencil. It's the shade dark brown though. We're just going to add this to the waterline. Also going to do some tight lining with it. Now we're going to take an angled brush and a dark brown eyeshadow, and we're going to stamp this across the upper lash line. We're going to do the smallest little wing out here. Obviously it's me. Going to curl the eyelashes. Then we're going to take some of the Maybelline Sky High mascara. Okay, we're going to go back to our brows now. So we're going to use the Primark brow pencil, Brow Sketch brow pencil in the shade dark brown. We're going to align under the front. And then brush through. Now, I don't have all of those freckles that they have in this trend, so I'm going to draw some on with my Lottie London brow. This isn't brow. My Lottie London freckle tint. And now for lips, I'm going to use the Barry M lip liner in the shade Chocolate to line. Well, I say to line, I mean over line. I'm just going to go over the top of it with this Laura Mercier lip gloss in the shade Rose Gold. And the final step, we're going to use PS Sunset Bean Coconut Primer Water just to set the face. And this is the finished makeup look. We're bronzy, we're glowy. I think we achieved it. Could be wrong. I don't know how we could have gone more latte trend on this, do you know what I mean? I think we hit the nail on the head, and not to toot my own horn, but I think it turned out alright. I'm gonna go about the rest of my day looking like a bronzed goddess. Feeling like a bronzed goddess. I won't look like one because you can guarantee I'm gonna put on a hoodie and some sweats, and that's not gonna scream bronze goddess. I feel like a latte. I do actually feel like a latte though. Do I make one? I have already had caffeine today. Could be bouncing from wall to wall within the hour. I don't know, we'll see. If you did enjoy, please like and subscribe. It would mean the world and so much more. I shall see you in the next video.